Greetings and salutations, everyone. It's Kirk coming to you from the hospital bed of love, and oh my goodness, it's black like my soul. Yes, I dyed my hair for the LA Guns concert. I wanted to look presentable for a change instead of having that putrid, gray, massive gray hair that I had. But I'll probably end up having that in about a year from now anyway. So why? It takes so much for me to dye my hair by myself, and this time was really a pain in the arse. I mean, I really did try to get my hair done, and then girls will know this problem. Some guys, I guess. Uh, the little conditioner that they give you in the box to condition your hair. Well, I forgot that out here after I was in the middle of the shower and I went to go grab it and put it into my hair. So I ended up having to use my Dr. Squatch's pine tar, and man, my hair feels like it's like just it feels like I got so much of it, and now I'm like looking at my bed and oh, now that it's black, it's more noticeable and it looks like I'm shedding like a dog again, which I can't figure out. I mean, I don't have the hair for it, but apparently I grow hair like there's no tomorrow. Um, but this is a week, so I'd rather have this be. I'd rather have this go slow than this go. So, uh, so what have I been up to? Like I said, I went to the LA Guns concert, and my goodness, was it great. He had a little problems with the parking area, which is the guy I was talking to after the show was like, "Yeah, we're known for our one-way streets." Oh my goodness, are they known for the one? Dear Lord, we thought we went 2 blocks. We were 7 blocks over at one point. So I felt bad for my buddy. She had to go and get the car, and I tried walking it, and then I realized I had no idea where the heck I was because I kept on going. If you go onto this street, turn left. So I kept on going. It's like, okay, so it should be one more street. Nope. Then one more street. Nope. When you're disabled and you walk with a cane, 3 blocks feels like you just walked 18 miles. I've almost done that in my life. I've walked 16.8 miles in a trip. So I know the pain that evolves around. But oh my goodness, I finally just sat down and waited. It's like, you know what? She'll find me. Big fat guy, can't miss me. So we did go. We did the meet and greet, which was okay. That was the funny part. So last year when we did the meet and greet, I was expecting to have to wait in line, and they're at a table and they're signing stuff. There was just three of us at the meet and greet last year, so it was really intimate. We got to talk, and this year, I'm thinking it was going to be the same. No, no, no. Now this year there was a ton of people there, and I'm over there, and I brought little goodie bags for them, and I'm like, here, here, here. And it's like, oh my gosh, no, no. I could not. I could not get everything out in time. I ended up keeping the two 1991 rock cards that I got for the last two members of the original lineup in the band. And what else did I forget? I forgot something else. Oh, my buddy, unfortunately, she forgot to get her one picture signed. So it was like, it felt really rushed, but it was nice seeing them again. It was great. And I keep on looking over here because, and I'm going to grab the camera and I'm going to let you see part of my room before I do a whole big room reveal. I'm letting you see what I did to my wall. So, that's my buddy's side of the room. That is everything from 2004 to 2004, 2024 225, and the bottom is Wesley that I draw with them signed with it, and the pictures I drew of them last year. And the reason why I had pictures drawn of them last year was I originally saw them in March of '95 during the Vicious Circle tour, and I was talking to my Tracy's ex fiance at the time, whose name was Tracy. I met at Blockbuster Music for those who remember those days. So we went there, and I didn't believe that she knew him, and she proved me wrong, and I was so wrong because we got to meet them. I got to meet 4 out of the 5 original lineup. I talked to Tracy for a good half an hour, and when I had met Phil, I go like, "Dude, I drew a picture of you that's kick ass," and I did at that time. It was so beautiful. And he's like, "Well, send it to Tracy," and they gave me his address. But I never felt my work was good enough, even though I'm still to this day I'm proud of that picture. It got ruined, unfortunately. So yeah, I first words out of my mouth last year when I saw Phil was, "Dude, I owe you a picture. I made you a promise 29 years ago, and here's the promise." And I gave him the picture. So yeah, it was really cool that they enjoyed those, and he was grateful that I gave out the picture. Um, Johnny was asking about the one picture because it was of the lineup from The Devil You Know, and he's like, "How did you get this without pixelation?" And I told him it's on Timu, and I got it purposely from Timu because it's a canvas picture of them. So I had made the drawing, not the drawing, the tin plate of Sean, the new drummer, because the picture from the WNU was an old drummer, and it's like, dude, I don't want to make you feel bad. I made this one for you specifically, and he signed it anyway. Going because Johnny's like, you know what, sign it anyway. So he did. So it was a really great time. I might not go next year just because of my back. I don't know. I said last year that it might be my last hurrah, but it wasn't. So we did that. Now, I apologize for my Patreon people, and I did not realize that my Tales from the 13th were not scheduled. So I have to fix that today. I did this yesterday's today, and I put up next month's. So I have that set up, and I have because I have it to the end of the year. So I'm going to be doing come January 1st. I'm going to be doing everything up for 6 months. That way I can just do it 6 months, and I'm free to go, with the exception of the weirdest vlog from hell. I just want to make sure the kids don't swear if they're watching this. So I didn't want to, you know. Anyways, so what was the tale from the 13th, which was on my Wattpad, blogger, my website? It was a story called the case of David Van Houten, and it's set in the Shadow Realm universe. So you get to meet Val for the first time, who is the Vampire King of the City of Compassion, and Mickey, who is the main character. But he's not the main character of this story. He's actually just in the background later on. But it gives you a little bit into Val's psyche and about how he is. So it's a really nice story. I actually wrote it for a class 2 terms ago. They're like, well, you got to write a short story. It's like, okay, and I did that because I'm gonna. If you're gonna ask me to do a short story, I'm gonna go to the well. And like right now, I'm in a class for fictional writing on short stories. They're supposed to help me get my short stories shorter because some of them are really long. So I went over and they're like, do a character description. So I did Mick. I could have used Draco, but it's like, you know what? let's just do Mick. I want to try and get something out of him for a change because I've been doing stuff with. I'll get to what I've been doing with them. With Mick, with Draco, and with Rain, who is my detective from Chicago. He's in a Apache descent, and I wanted to do something different with Rain because I didn't want him to be just another. Because Draco's a white dude from uh, the land of the Rus. This is before it was Russia. I went over, and of course, Mickey is a white dude, and you write what you know. So I wanted Rain to be different. So I made him come from an Apache heritage to give him something unique about himself. And I'll just transition into that. So the short story is about Val, so you get to meet him. I'll put something up on Character Corner for him since I've introduced him and Mick. So Mick's already up on the Character Corner on my website, and there'll be a link in the description below. And I will go over to what I've been doing since then. So I came up, I started playing around with the AI because I like doing it, coming up with new characters, and it gives me some inspiration actually. And I've been playing because there's 9 books that I have written already in the Shadow Dancers series. There's 9 books written for the Draco and Mandy series, which is the Necro Realm. It just happened that way. Don't ask. And I started playing around with a 10th book because I had a dream about a year ago, which I was playing around with the idea of making it for Mickey and Addie, and now it's set for Mickey and Addie. And while I was playing with the AI, I started playing around with the age of Ellie, who's in the last 4 books of the Draco and Mandy series, and or 5. It's either 4 or 5, and she's yeah, the last 4. Sorry. So she goes over, and I was playing around with her age because if I was going to do another story for Draco and Mandy, I wanted to do it like kind of like it was Necroverse, but it's like a little bubble outside that's existing as a Doctor Who reference. So I wanted it to be of featuring Ellie and her friends, and I played with the age, and I came up with the whole idea of what 5 points I need to get through to the story. Now I just have to write it. So I have book 10 and book 10 for both those series in my head. I have 3 chapters done for the 10th book for the Ellie series. I'm just going to call it Ellie's because it's going to, like I said, focus on her. But then I started thinking of Rain. And for some reason, I'm sitting there because Rain's whole spiel is that he jumps from parallel Earth to parallel Earth. Not a multiverse. It's just a parallel Earth of you made a decision here, now it's split off into what would have happened here, what would have happened there. And I have it to where he jumps between the parallel Earths. Well, I thought, what if it wouldn't it be cool if I took the Space Pirate, which I still have to write, which there's 2 books there, so there's 4 books I have to write, and had it to where him, Draco and Mandy, Mickey and Addie, Rain and Mallory, they're all together fighting one gigantic enemy. And it's like, oh, I got it. Because I had let, I don't want to spoil it, I let somebody get away in the Draco and Mandy series, which gets to come back and become a pain in the arse for them. It's coffee. And I just started writing it, and I'm on chapter 6 right now of that. Well, I'll get to that for a second. So I thought that would be great, and I started playing with the AI, and it's like, oh, this is turning out really good because the character, the initial one was okay, but then I thought, what if it's parallel Earth? What if he's this way and this way and this way, and not the same character as he is in um, the Draco and Mandy series? And I mean, even ethnicity. So I took it, and it's like make him appear to be let's just say from Indian descent. I'm talking about India, not Native American. And they took the guy and they made him look like he was from India. It was like it was just subtle differences, but you could see the character. And I took the original picture. I go, okay, make him look like he is from. I believe I put down South Korea. No, I put Thailand. Thailand because my roommate is from Thailand, and it gave me a picture of a guy from Thailand, which he looks like, but it's with still looking like the character. So it's like, okay, I'll do this, and I edited it up and I rechanged the pictures a little, and it looks a lot better now the way it's going. So it's like, okay, I got that book. So there's 2 books there. So there's 6 books that I got. That's not including the Elf series, which I'll get to very shortly, which is either 2 or 4 more books themselves that I'm going to be getting into. That's not me complaining. It's just I have so much to write, and I don't have the time. But getting back to the Rain series, and I'm sitting there going, okay, well, what do I do? And as I started writing, I got a chapter in, and it's like, this is too early. This has to be after more than just the Dragon Stones. It's got to be something has to be here to get to here. So I wanted another adventure for Rain. And sure enough, as I started playing around with adding characters and changing things around, I came up with 2 more books. So that I started writing, which I have the 6 chapters in, which I'm very proud of. I'm liking where it's going. I like how everything is just working out. And the funny part is that while I'm writing this, a buddy of mine has been writing poems, and I've been trying to avoid doing my poems, just writing any poetry, or um, outside of just posting my Sonnet Sundays. These are poems that I've already written. I got the bug to write because I was motivated after this week to write a poem, and I ended up writing 6. And I've still got more in me, but it's like, you know what? Let's focus in on the writing because right now, with everything that I got total, there's 11 books I've got to write. Not only that, but of just making sure that everything else is copacetic at the beginnings and middles of everything else. Uh, yeah, that's a lot of books to write in a short amount of time. But good news is I did query my elf book to an agent, and she's already responded on Twitter that she's got 20 possibles, and she said still got more that she's got to go through, but she's eliminated a bunch of them, and I haven't been eliminated yet. So I'm hoping that she's fallen in love with what I have. There's so much more to the story than what I've given her. I gave her the ending. She asked for the first 10 pages, and the first 10 leaves off right when Zamia the Malevolent is asking for something, and it's kind of like a cliffhanger almost, and it's like, ooh, I like that. because I want to read more, and I want her to fall in love with these characters. Because I haven't been writing them. I have been drawing them since April 5th of 1994. I was actually drawing the. He was an elf. Now he is a fairy. Because originally what I did was is my buddy showed me her elves, and I love her artwork. I really do. Well, I shouldn't say my acquaintance. And I went over and I drew my own, and I was thinking, well, we could make like a whole like kind of like Dungeons and Dragons thing, and but then we had our whatever it happened, and it left me with just mine. So originally he was an elf, but I'm like, you know what? Let's make it elves versus fairies. So I was drawing Rambla, which was right when I got the phone call from my mother that because we didn't have cable at the time, that Kirk Cobain had died, and it was like, holy crap! So that's how I remember is I was drawing the original Rambla, and which was actually styled after a boss of mine, uh, Mike. Yeah, and he talked just like this too. So yeah, 94. It's been 31 years since I did that. That's a long time. But every time I tried finding a voice, I tried doing it in 95. I tried in 2006. I tried in 2010. It just was not sitting well until I finally got to the hospital bed of love. And sure enough, I got where I needed to go. I got 2 books down on that and a lot more to go because there's just so many stories that come out of this universe for the characters. So I'm going to wrap it up, but I'm going to give you what's coming up. So it's glasses time across the USA. Okay, so for the last part of this month, we have my uh, final Sunday is going to be the Till Death Do Us Part. I am then going to be having on the first. This is coming up is going to be the not only the next vlog, but is going to be the top 5 horror movie franchises. I'm introducing the Necro Realm to you on the 13th of October, which is going to be As Bright as the Moon. It's a love story. It's not with the main characters, it's just in that universe. And let's see if there's anything else. I got the character corners coming up. Uh, for some reason, I was shown the poems that were coming up, but I don't have them. I do know on the 21st of October will be The Forgotten Son, which is dealing with my first son we had lost the day he was born. So I have The Forgotten Son coming up on the 21st in honor of him. And I got the other 2 poems that are coming out, which I'll tell you on the first vlog. So other than that, uh, I will talk to you guys later. You have fun. Take care. And God bless you. Bye bye.